Oh, it sure is cool and comfortable here with the window open. I just hope that the microphone doesn't pick up the outside sounds. What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful time. My name is Ethan. I go by Lord Ethan, and I'm an Overwatch collegiate varsity coach of coming up on 6 years. Just under 10K hours is inconceivable to me. And today, I'm taking a look at a very special VOD from someone who has made some of these thousands of coaching hours pretty tolerable. Welcome to the stage, please. Pocky, aka Charles, aka Chortle, depending on how much of a nickname mood I'm in. And this one is actually this is my assistant coach. It has been such an incredible journey working with Charles from when he was a support player and I was a mentor on his high school esports teams. Which, by the way, that's awesome. I wish I had esports in high school. And then also bringing him on as the assistant coach for my team and operations at U Buffalo has been awesome. This is a player with just an incredible raw knowledge of Overwatch and an absolutely obscene intuition of its systems. And that's why I'm going to be pretty hard on this VOD review. You're going to hear a couple of times, oh my goodness, you know better than that. And which is really funny because that's exactly what you would say about my gameplay as well. No, Ethan, you know not to do that. Charles is such an exceptional specimen, if you will. He usually beats me to my intuitions, tells the team something that I think to myself, I don't know if I agree with that, and then I think twice about it. I take 1 second to think critically, and I realize, oh my gosh, he's right on the money. So we're looking to see how right on the money old Chortle is here in this replay code today. This is going to be, what are the notes that you left on this one, Chortle? This one is, Charles on Zenyatta, the student becomes the master. Yeah, we'll see about that. I hate that Zenyatta character, and we got to get through a little bit of Wuyong here first. For one, playing your range, and I think it'd be on the right side of the bus here instead of the left side. And you end up kind of being too compelled to play too close to this, where you would, you kind of have to wind around corners here, and I don't think I really care for that wave too much either. Although, ooh, I like the kill participation that you get on that Moira there. But I feel like the angle here is sharper than if you're just on the right side of the bus here as well. Yeah, your orbs are kind of hard to hit from some of these angles. So I think it's worth like swinging wider earlier. You can still be safe because you don't have to go all the way in. You can still be back. And even here, I think you're playing a little bit too close, which is really funny because, Charles, you and I were looking at the other Wuyong VOD the other day, and we were like, wow, too far away, doing very little at all, right? And so now I think you're too close, still doing like maybe just as much, but could be doing even a little bit more with a little bit of spacing. I think I'm still waiting on a wave that I really like, although that one onto the Roadhog was fine. I just like that one. It's like you're anticipating your Genji to leap back to you. And you haven't even tried to orb him. You're standing at this angle doing damage. Oh, that is corny. Oh, that is corny. I actually like receding down this angle as well to make sure that... Yep, to make sure that you're not going to get pushed out of there. Great follow-up, the Genji. I really like that as well. Almost walking into a fire strike that you had no way to scout, but I would still pick on you if you did. I like this. I think that is really tough because I took a peep at this beforehand for a little bit, and I think it's really unfortunate that you couldn't bubble your Baptiste there. And I almost wonder, did you have the shift cooldown to be able to do that, actually? Oh my goodness, Charles, you could have absolutely just leapt over with your shift, looked down, and did the bubble onto your Baptiste there. If we were really looking to like min-max this fight or give ourselves the best chance, but honestly, old Frosty Feet there is 20% to the ult, which means this. That's the threshold that we're thinking about. That's like the point where you're like, okay, can't die, build ult, use as quickly as possible, right? That's our policy, 80%, 100%, and when using, right? So it would have been nice to save your Bap, and I think that's the means by which you do so is to get the shift there. I think, okay, also use your shift to jump onto one of the high grounds here as well. I think that one thing I'm starting to realize about Wuyong players in King's Row is that we don't use our shifts for verticality as often as I would like us to, and maybe even as often as we need. Oh, that is scary. Where's your wave? Wait, what did you use your wave on? Stop doing that. I would start using your wave for like yourself, displacement, and damage on enemies. I don't think I've liked only one of your like 4 waves. Okay. Oh, and that's just unlucky, kind of, but you're not on the high ground, you're starting on the low ground, you're there for too long, you rotate on top of your other support, which is another high-value target that they're going to have. Okay, all right. First note on here is, like, take this hallway, and there's a reason that I say that. This one's going to be a little bit fun. Okay, and then this was another thing that I noticed, is you step backwards here, like further into the Sojourn line of sight, which I don't really understand or care for as his end main. I'm looking to be on a vector here, where playing the Zenyatta character, I want to just move to my next good spot. And I've made a comment like this is you don't see professional players like slowing and stopping and stuff like that. So you just need to be on a forward vector, right? We step backwards out into the open to take the wide angle that we could still take from here. We could be swinging and making sure that we're covering our corners as well, covering our angles. As if we're playing Valorant, we could move all the way over here. We would probably hear Reaper drop in our right ear, and be able to at least not be as surprised. Although you're still probably pretty disadvantaged in that particular matchup there, especially in the context of that fight. I'm not sure if you're going up or if you're gonna get too much help, or even that he won't get more help than you do. Okay, go high ground there on that side, by the way. And that spooked the heckin' good time out of me when I watched a little bit of this earlier, and I saw you like peeking the position that you could get bombed from. And I haven't looked at it too critically, but Harmony and Discord usage is going to be something that I pay pretty close attention to here. So the fact that, okay, yeah, we peek out to help our Zarya, Moira jumps us, good Discord, nice connections, grab the mini pack, yes, okay, turn back around, get another one of your picks, which I really like, and then arm up for a duel with the Reaper. Yeah, I really like that. That's really excellent. Okay, now go high ground, go on the right side. No, drat! You gotta use the map, you know this. No KP on the D.Va. You know what? That's deserved. That's because you're not on high ground. You would have been able to place a Harmony on someone from high ground who got the kill on that D.Va. Oh my goodness. Oh, that slows down so much. That is actually crazy. Yeah, I like the scouting while moving. Although probably like you're looking to know more than just the Reaper. I don't think I like jumping around the corner and hovering, but maybe I don't have to think too hard about it. Okay, we have our Trank. We're looking to use it. Make sure that we end up back on the height here. There's the Coalescence. Too much holding the right clicky here. I don't mind the timing for this Transcendence either. You have it, so need to use. The Rein aggroed on you, and your Genji had bladed as well. I don't really care too much for the movement leading up to this. I don't really care too much for the right-clicking as well. I mean, we've already seen, actually, we saw a really good demonstration of your competency on the left-clicking, the primary fire with Zenyatta. So instead of getting corny and trying to go for the right-clicks here, I would actually just throw left-clicks, and then throw left-clicks, make some noise, draw someone to you, throw left clicks, and then be ready to bail out, hover over here, get a pick on them whenever they walk out the door, and then look this way. That's actually, please try that actually sometime. Any Zen players that I've got who watch, please actually give that a shot. Would be an absolute blast. And so I think like, because like, what do you think they're going to think you're going to play like on the Zenyatta character in a Diamond game on King's Row, right? Or is this Masters? I forgot which elo you were playing in at this point. Although you haven't played competitive in so long. Because the game is terrible to play. Oh my goodness. It's terrible. I love playing Overwatch. That's a lie. Okay, you probably have to die and reset. Dude, you are a gimmick character. Oh my god. I like that though. I mean, you've got the perk, right? You have to use it. I hear you saying that in my head right now. I've got the perk, Ethan. Okay, you hear the Reaper coming up. Oh, be careful about moving forward. I think I was going to make a comment about, like, playing within your effective ranges and, like, playing within them, meaning you don't have to walk up and close the distance to land shots that you know you can land reliably enough. That's nice, but, like, another Rein player is going to be able to land the Shatter and get you because you haven't already moved to this position and are peeking this angle in order to get the shots off and be able to dodge the Shatter. I understand that most people believe you can't have the cake and eat it too, but I really think that you do have the option there of cutting yourself a big ol' slice and having plenty left for show and tell and for dessert after, well, actually after, just more cake, right? So I absolutely don't mind the idea of you playing like a little bit safer, especially in the lead up to those plays. And this is something that you should be kind of keenly aware of, because you understand really well the kind of how fight phases help momentum swing back and forth and advantage and disadvantage, yada yada yada. I'm not going to elucidate it here, but Charles, you would very easily be able to imagine kind of the tempo and flow of a fight where that Rein gets a shatter onto you on like a different timeline, where he's got one more ally who has one more cooldown against your team, who didn't get the wall in time, hasn't used an ult, so on and so forth. Right? There's a relationship here between all of this, and I think that the game is getting a little lenient with you, which is why this Trank, I believe, is like a little bit too late, but okay in the context of this particular scenario. But ultimately, you're still too close to the fight here, in my opinion. Or like you're honestly, to me, it even almost looks like you're like messing up your aim with your movement. Although nice connections there, but like you don't have to be on point here. Okay, yeah, this is when you're getting too close. Yeah, too close. Like you're Zen, bro. Your projectiles don't have fall off, so I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't really worry too much about that. Overall, it's pretty clean. I just need you like going up high ground. Your pre-setup. Positions are like really, really whack, in my opinion. All it helps you do is like maintain the status quo of a platinum fight phase, right? And that's what you're looking to punch up above, right? Nice. We got the stick drift. That's excellent. Nice. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. You really only need to tap the stick there, old Chortle. Oh, I can't believe you peeked that. I can't believe you peeked that, Chortle. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Okay, and you see how, like, you actually just take 2 steps instead of the 1 step, let loose, and then 1 step backwards. I actually do think you get to kill her there. And I'm also very glad that she doesn't kill you. I think you might deserve to die there. Your peak timing was really weird. Oh, my goodness, I just scratched the heck out of my microphone. Okay. Yep. Yeah! Wow! That was really excellent. I really like that. Oh, stop doing that. Stop peeking the Widow. And don't walk into the Fire Strike. You actually just need to hold this angle. Like, just be confident in like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. After getting a pick like that onto the Venture, who's, like, absolutely telegraphed, absolutely deserves to die, right? We look at the replay from her POV and remark that, like, hey, the Zen has you marked. The Zen's already poked out a couple of times. He's absolutely going to be ready. Like, what do you think he's going to do besides charge or right-click, armed with the knowledge that you're going to dash up with the sword, because that's what Vendetta players do against this matchup on this particular point on King's Row when trying to take that high ground, because of how valuable it is, not to... partially because of the fact that I have a Zenyatta up here. Hello? And so, like, especially after that, I just want you to be confident in like, your competency over and in this position. Oh! And you know what I'm not even going to say it, because you know what I'm going to say. Oh my god, that one is insulting to me. That one, I find myself personally offended. Oh, no, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna say it. Please kill the Vendetta. Okay, perfect. I redeemed a little bit in the eyes of the but, I just knocked off my makeshift pop filter. Okay, i.e. a paper towel. Yeah, okay, but, like, you should be moving over here, right? I'm not even gonna cover that. That's, yeah, you should be moving over to the left side, like, further to the left. Like, you can duel the Ven. You can draw aggro from the Rhine. Okay, you can control this Mega Pack, but, like, you're in the straight line formation, and you're looking at the Widow! Oh! Okay, that's fine. Dude, you charge up too many right-clickies, actually. Like, I challenge you to unbind that for like, a couple of sessions. I have to oscillate constantly between, like, charging too many right-clickies, too many left-clickies. I have to kind of force myself to do a little bit of both. It's probably just like going into Vaxta, 5 minutes before comp sesh, and just, practicing volleys, practicing left clicks, and then but like at the end of the day, like if you're a greedy Zen player, you're mostly going for the primary fire, because of how much damage over time that is. Trank this. Yeah. That's fine. That's unlucky. It wouldn't have been bad if you'd tranked a little bit earlier and like tried to catch the pin. That would have been like really heroic. But it's not something that you have to do by any means. There's a Vendetta over there. Yeah, you should be navigating up to that high ground anyways, in my opinion, especially since I believe that your Frosty, yeah, your Frosty foot there is coming back. Oh my gosh. Did somebody say toes? And, oh, yeah. So, take this damage. And you take this damage and continue to beat this angle. So, like, is it your fault that you get jumped by the soldier? Absolutely not. But is it your fault for, like, not... I don't know. I don't know. I've taken this damage. The Mega Pack is gone. I think that the only thing I'm thinking about is getting up here because my next good position is going to be like somewhere back here, right? Or trying to like float up here to float over here, right? And do the long navigation to a position of the map, by the way, that I probably should already be playing, right? And so, like, do I think that you deserve to get jumped by the soldier there? No. Do I think that you deserve to die there? Probably. Yeah, I think so. And that's really just because I don't think you're being respectful enough with the power of positioning yourself in a different position of the map, in a different place, just on the basis of the kind of damage that you take. Hopefully that makes sense to you, but you've probably already beaten me to that intuition. You probably already understand kind of the ideas I'm getting at before I even lay them out, logically speaking. Well, I lay out the framework, so I don't actually get into anything. I'm letting you put the pieces together for this one, Charles. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't like the fact that you're up there and then you drop out in the middle of the open. It feels like you are, like, blinding yourself to some of your threats. Like the Sojourn Disruption shot on first round that kind of, like, jump scared us for a minute. And you're just letting kunais whiz by your head. But, like, you know that you're marked in this position. So this is, like, really dangerous. Is that really worth it? Do you have to hover and float in front of a Reinhardt? I hear you chuckling. Stop. Do you have to hover and float in front of a Reinhardt who's been down by... Oh, that's so sad that you can't Juno shimmy up that ledge. Oh, my... Are you kidding me? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, just because you can't... Oh, okay, Charles. Just because you can't Juno shimmy up the ledge doesn't mean that you can't walk up the stairs anyways and go up there, man. Yeah, just go up. Oh, you're too close! And you knew that! That's why you were trying to Juno shimmy up there, is because before the pre-setup fight, like, fight phase even, like, started, you knew that, you were trying to reposition. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm starting to think you do deserve... Oh, they're right. Almost got away with it. Oh my goodness, and they got the point off of that. That's actually so tragic. Should you have tranked on? Did you have trank? Oh, you didn't even have trank. Okay, alright, I'm gonna lay out two things. Literally, living a little longer against the soldier here, doing a little more healing or a little bit more damage, or living a little bit longer here and not getting shattered here, like, I think actually does possibly salvage your entire second point, either because you have your trank for this, like to touch beforehand, because you lived longer against the soldier earlier, or you just lived against the Reinhardt, he wasn't able to, you weren't an eligible shatter target, and you're able to just neutral fight that one out. I mean, an ult exchange where my Zen doesn't get downed is absolutely a fight that's winnable with neutral playstyles. You probably still want to throw another ult in there, but, like, Charles, your presence in the fight as Zenyatta is, like, an absolute difference. Trank this. Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! I love it. Absolutely. I would do the same. Is it a high-value trank? Absolutely not. Do you if you have it, use it? Yeah, for sure. Did you make up a reason to use it? Yes, and the steps are, if you have an ult, use it. If you can't use it, find a reason. And if you can't find a reason, then make one. And I gotta say, you sure did make one before doing anything else, but I wouldn't play that any differently. In the words of my my soon-to-be former hit scan DPS player. Yeah, Death of Vendetta. You shouldn't get away with this, by the way. I think that you should be dead. But I actually like the way that you're playing this position in this corner. Too many right clickies. Like, you see how much time you actually waste in, like, the opening, like, phase? And I'm like, breaking it down even further, right? Because we're not talking about a fight phase. We're talking about, like, a duel phase, right? Where you see them, they see you, they start using their abilities, right? In the opening phase there, you actually just don't have time to set yourself up for the duel because you're busy charging a right click that you were charging because you had one to charge, and not really for any other reason. Not on any premise of scouting, not on any knowledge of a timer, right? Okay, they respawn, you know, they died, you know, 18 seconds ago, so they're probably rounding the corner right about now, right? Coming back from spawn, are operating this angle. Widow is, you know, peeking out the window probably as the spawn doors open up, or she's waiting to peek a couple of seconds because maybe she scouted me or another teammate did, right? So on and so forth. But like, you're just charging right clicks for essentially no reason. I do like that you're using the floaty perk there. I actually, that's probably like one of the only, maybe one of the few floaty perk usages that I've liked. Oh my god, I just had a heart attack thinking my mic was muted. That would have been terrible. Oh, that's some really nice head clicking, actually. I think you should be in this right hallway, not gonna lie. The one up on the high ground there. Because you can float around there. That's a good Discord. I think that you could be here earlier as well. I think maybe you're playing a little bit too slow, a little bit too safe, maybe. I really like that damage. I understand we shouldn't charge Doomfist punches, but I do really like that damage. And Pharah's still up there. You have your Trank, bro. You're 25% over your Trank, in fact. You should just let it rip. Just use it. You have it. Made a reason earlier. Made an excuse. Okay. That one... That one was actually pretty entertaining. I liked that one a lot. And guys, if you would like me to have a little bit of fun with your gameplay, then feel free to submit a replay code. Do so after the Tuesday 331 patch, which is I think tomorrow, because I think replays are getting wiped there. But you guys can either email this email address or submit a code using the form in the description below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I don't chirp too much quite yet, or join the Discord, which is a work in progress. A huge thank you goes out to our very own Chortle for submitting the gameplay to be showcased and really chuckled at as well. You can guess a reason for the nickname, you guys, and guys, as always as well, thank you guys for watching. For affordable, professional standard coaching, feel free to DM Lord Ethan on Discord, just like it's spelled on the screen. For full block one-on-one VOD reviews and discussions, team or group VOD reviews or scrims, and all the support, whether it's watching or booking a session or submitting a replay code, it goes a long way, and I'm incredibly thankful for it. Guys, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for sticking around. If you are a regular, you know that I am very grateful for you. If you're a hater, then leave a comment, and if you're just along for the ride like myself, then stick around. It's going to be quite the journey as we careen continuously but carefully towards our destinies. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications. I was almost so close with that to see the instant that new videos premiere. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. Remember to be good to each other, be fair to yourselves, and I'll see you guys on the next one.